How's it going? No baby yet, but I do have some games, so I wanted to get this video out here, even though I said I probably wouldn't be able to get them out. But like I said, baby's not here yet, and actually it's not due until Wednesday. So I mean, we weren't entirely expecting it, but we still had a bunch of stuff to do to get the house ready. You can't see it because it's behind the camera, but we've got our crib in here and the changing table, that kind of stuff. And you also probably can't tell, but one of the shelves have actually been moved and stuff like that. So just all normal stuff to get the bedroom ready for the baby. But I do have some stuff. As if you watched my last video, you saw that I was thinking about getting into the 3DS. I did, and so I'll go ahead and show that first. I had a bunch of duplicates and stuff to trade in, and I ended up with 6 games in a 3DS system. So I got the 3DS XL. They had the smaller ones, or like the older ones, but like I said, I got pretty much what I wanted out of it, so I was happy getting the XL. So I didn't really need the box, but it was the same price, so I just might as well grab it. And then the games I grabbed in this lot, I grabbed 6 games. The first one is Super Mario 3D Land, which I absolutely love. I've been playing it now. I'm on the Special World on World 8, so I'm close to the end. So if anyone else has played this, it's a great game though. I love it. Kind of like some of the other Marios, like they've got a few different forms. They've got the leaf, they've got the Hammer Brothers suit, the Fire Flower, but I mean the leaf is really the only thing that's worth anything. So, but anyway, just a lot of fun to play though. So I highly recommend 3D Land. With that, I picked up Tales of the Abyss. I've been really looking for this on the PS2. I think I've told this story before, but a long time ago, GameStop had this big deal, or this big sales, like buy 2, get 2 or something like that. Anyway, I saw this, I was like, yeah! And they could not find the disc, so I just have this empty case that's been sitting here for years. And I've checked eBay a couple of times, and it was never for a price that I wanted, so not a big deal. So I picked up the re-release here on the 3DS. I assume it's just the re-release, so I'll eventually get to that. I picked up Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance, and I've actually picked this up before, and but back before I had a 3DS. And it's got like the mana, and it's got the little playing cards that are still in the package here. Don't really need those. I'm not even really sure what it's for, just some kind of collectible thing. And then Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I never beat Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube, but I had played it a lot, and I enjoyed it. So it's cool to get it here for the 3DS. And then lastly, I picked up Pokemon Y, and just game only was Pokemon X. Let's see if I can show that to you here. Hopefully that was in focus. That was just game only. I just put it in the generic case. They had Mario Kart 7, and I almost picked that up instead of Pokemon X, but I've not really been a huge fan of the handheld Mario Karts. I have Mario Kart for the DS, it's just okay. I had Super Circuit from the Game Boy Advance, and I didn't really like that at all, so I wasn't really too pressing for it. So that was the start of my 3DS collection here. Happy to get those, and like I said, I've been playing a ton of Super Mario 3D Land, so I'm really enjoying that. Next is a pawn store actually called me. I'd left my number with them probably a year and a half ago. Finally, they called me. They said they had some PlayStation 1 games in, and some PlayStation 2, and so I went over there and checked it out. And for the PlayStation 2, I picked up its greatest hits, but Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. It was $1.
I saw something taking away.
I picked up Shooter Starfighter Sandvane. Anyway, it's kind of like a strategy game. That was kind of interesting. It was $1. And then an RPG, which I'd never heard of. It's called Eternal Eyes. It's made by Crave, which I think they make Twisted Metal, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, it's an RPG. Looks like maybe a tactics kind of RPG, tactical RPG, but strategy RPG. Anyway, so Eternal Eyes. I'd read some reviews. It didn't really get that great of reviews, but still an RPG for $1. I didn't want to pass it up. Next is from another pawn store. This was $2, and it's just Final Fantasy X2. I see this honestly pretty often. This and Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy X, whatever. Anyway, I just picked up for $2. It's a duplicate. Some more 3DS games. One of these is from Facebook. I'm on a couple Air Force Base yard sale Facebook pages, and I've got another find from one too. But this one was for $5. Paper Mario Sticker Star Saga, and or Sticker Star. I had just found this when I was out game hunting with Good Will Hunter back in Georgia, and he took it. We got it for $5, and he picked it up. Now that I have a 3DS, somebody was offering it for $5, so I picked it up. Actually, I think they wanted $7. I talked them to $5. And then this is also a rare eBay buy for me. I am very rarely on eBay, but I had just sold a game to Anthony Sill, and so I had some PayPal money, and I just picked up Hometown Story, which I've never heard of, but it's Natsume, which normally I trust Natsume. However, I don't know if it's up there, if we could see it. No. Anyway, they've got an awful game for the Wii. It's like called Animal Kingdom Safari or something like that. It's just terrible. So normally, that's a name. Natsume is a name I trust, but so it could go wrong. But I think this is pretty similar to Harvest Moon. Next is I just picked this up actually today. Today being July 6th, Monday. This is also from the Facebook page. These were 2 Wii games for $5 each. I thought they were worth it. First one is The Last Story, this is a duplicate. I have this, and I've played it a little bit. It's okay. I probably put in about 7, maybe 10 hours into it, and then just kind of fell out of it. So it was just all right. But and then I also picked up from the same person as Pandora's Tower. So another Xseed RPG here. So really cool to find this. The Last Story is a duplicate. Pandora's Tower is not, so I will be keeping that. The last things I want to show here are my finds when I went out game hunting with Good Will Hunter. Justin lives about an hour from my parents, and he was totally cool about just driving down and picking me up, and we just went around Macon. Had some luck. Actually, our best luck was probably the Goodwill, which was the very first place we stopped at. Picked up a couple of games. He picked up a laptop for like $25 or something. I believe these were $4 each. I honestly don't remember now, but new Super Mario Brothers Wii. This was the pack-in game. Wii Sports Resort. That was from the Goodwill, and I forget what else. He picked up a couple things too. I think there was a Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, stuff like that. Went to a few other Goodwills. Went to a couple. I don't think we went to any pawn. Yeah, I went to a couple pawn stores because we found a couple things. He found a few things. At another pawn store where he picked up Sticker Star, and then I got this gold Wii Pro Controller, or Class Controller, I forget what they're called. Anyway, it's a gold one, which goes with the GoldenEye game, so that was really cool. It was $5, which these are actually pretty expensive if I remember, and so $5 for the Pro Controller was good anyway, but let alone the gold one, so that was really cool. And then my favorite find, this was at a comic book store. And I've been in this comic book store before. Their prices are not great. They had a box for Final Fantasy III one time. 2 or 3, I can't remember which. Anyway, it was just the box, no game. And I asked, how much they were asking on it. And the guy had looked some stuff up. He told me $90 just for the box. So that wasn't going to happen. But I did find not today, when we were out there, Thousand Arms for the PS1. It's an Atlas RPG. I think it's pretty unique, like pretty weird. Anyway, I've been kind of looking for it for a while. Hadn't found it for a good price. They had it for $30 because it's missing the manual. So certainly would love to have the manual, but not a huge deal. The discs look pretty decent and stuff. So, but Thousand Arms, definitely cool to find and to add to my PlayStation 1 RPGs, which is growing. So cool to find Thousand Arms. I don't know when I'll get to it, but I know I want to. I've heard good things about it, but eventually I'll get to there. I'll probably ask Jason, the comic guy, what he thinks about it, because I'm pretty sure he's played it. But those are my pickups. Like I said in my last video, I'm certainly not giving up game hunting, but making the videos, is probably going to slow down. The baby will be in our room, at least for a little bit, and so, being able to film will just probably won't happen. But like I said, I still want to go out and find games. That Last Story is a duplicate. I don't think anyone needs Wii Sports Resort or anything, but yeah, Last Story is a duplicate. The Final Fantasy X2 is a duplicate, and I believe that's it. I'm really digging the 3DS so far. Like I said, I'm really liking Super Mario 3D Land, and eventually I'll get to the Pokemon games and Luigi's Mansion, stuff like that, Tales of the Abyss. But thanks again, and hopefully I'll get another video out here when I can. Thanks. Lastly, is since I spoke of Good Will Hunter, this is my finds from going out game hunting with Good Will Hunter with Justin. I think he lives about an hour north of where my parents live, and so I was out visiting my parents, had some time,